G'day world and welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications and outdoor stuff with knives. I got a package. Let me show you what's in my package. Let me just move all of that away. Okay, first thing I got in my package, two 3mm brass rods. Then we have just give me a second to grab all of this stuff out of here. Then I got okay, I'm struggling to get this out of a set package. Okay, then I got this wonderful thing. This is like a pocket clip that I somehow, someway need to attach to a leather knife sheath because I want to make a knife that I can carry in my pocket. But I think that's for a different video. We're not going to do the leather work today. And then I bought this thing. It's a blade blank, but it's a blade blank for dummies. This is the Classy Hunter, and it is N690, but it already has a wonderful hollow ground blade. It's already heat treated, so the only thing you have to do is, sand the flats, attach a handle, and you're ready to go with your knife. Okay, so that's like, it's not sharpened yet, so you still have to sharpen the thing. But that is like knife making for dummies. Now, I got these things to fit there. Okay, they need to be cleaned up a bit, but to fit in there. And then, if you can remember previously, I got this. I cannot remember where I got this. This is like Micarta. There's a name for it. It's like a specific name, Micarta, and a big brass pin, which we are not going to use. This morning I went and I bought myself a few 80 grit sanding belts just to grind the sides because I want to leave the top as is. And then 3mm drills because I need to drill the Micarta to fit there. Now, I cannot remember if I actually have any epoxy, so I'll see what I'm going to do there. This thing, I'm not actually going to sand the flats. I'm just going to clean this and then leave it as is. It does have quite a nice sharp spine already, but that will change when I start grinding everything. Well, this sharpness of the spine won't change. But anyway, so the blade blank and the pins, the 3mm pins and stuff, and the cool clip. Where did I get this from? I got this from Z's Knife Supplies. And then over there we see their YouTube, what's that, Instagram, Facebook, zknifesupplies@gmail.com. Never give up an opportunity to sell a knife. Oh, that's quite apt. Okay, anyway, so go check out Z's Knife Supplies, and these guys were super quick. I ordered this stuff, let's say, in the evening, and the next morning they said it's shipping, and I think that afternoon I got it. It was like something crazy. It was very, very, very quick. So thank you very much, Z Knife Supplies. So I'm going to leave this here on my table from now on, so hopefully you see it again. Okay, let's quickly see what we have to work with over here. I'm taking my, I don't want to cut the front of the Micarta because I do not want to have to sand things unnecessarily. I'm very lazy, so I want to do this as quick as possible. Okay, the brass rod I'm putting to the side because I did initially have a different project in mind, but that did not turn out. Okay, so over here we have this wonderful piece of Micarta. I'm gonna have to do some sanding on it, however I choose. Or however, what. Okay, let's see if I have enough. If I'm going to take about that much. Yeah, I know this should be fine. So I'm just going to get half of this, make a line, cut it in two, and then use that for my beautiful scales. I think this is going to be fantastic. Okay, like I said, supposed to be super easy, because this thing is already ground and heat treated, so all of the hard work have been taken out of it. It almost feels like cheating. Well, it is cheating, but I like it. We'll do a review on this thing later. Well, not today, different day. Okay, so let's start doing this. Okay, please excuse the overcastness of today because it's going to rain and I only have one bad little light over here. Okay, so I've got my drill chucked up, I've got my knife clamped to half of the micarta. Gonna drill, put it on the other half, drill through everything just so I'm sure my holes are at the right place. Oh, I need power. Okay, let's try that again. Something is... Haha. Okay, so I have my holes through one side, flipped it over, taped that thing there so I can drill through everything. Okay, so I took the knife out. I have these two together, I put pins in, I taped it again because you need to do the top now, otherwise you're going to struggle when it's on the blade. Attach the blade to get to the top, so do the top now. Okay, I was using an 80 grit, now I have an old, I don't know actually what this grit is, just to make it look like that, and I think that's fine. Sorry, let me just lick it so we'll see. Okay, so it's gonna look like that. Beautiful. Yes, and I did lick it. Okay, so here we have our scales. Do you see that? In with the two sides. So when you put them together, you have your perfect match over there. That's nice. I'm gonna scuff up the insides with a bit of 100 grit sandpaper. And I took my pin stock and I just rounded off their little noses, because nothing is as horrible as you trying to put it together and then all of a sudden things don't fit. Yes, now unfortunately on the epoxy front, I do not have any more of my good stuff. I don't know what it's called, but it's little tins that I mix. Something like, it's got a number, 365, whatever, I don't know. But I don't have any more of that. But I did I did find this stuff. Okay, so that's proudly made in the People's Republic of China. A 4-minute quick set. Okay, this is a disaster waiting to happen, but let's do it anyway. Okay. Okay, now with my epoxy fingers, I have my clamp close. Oh, sorry, I'm putting epoxy on my phone also. That's also nice. Everybody loves good epoxy. Okay, excuse me for being a bit out of breath, but the squeeze out at the top, right over there. Do you see any? No, you don't, because I had to run into the house to grab that nail polish remover that I used earlier to wipe off the excess. Otherwise, when that stuff gets dry, again, how do you get in there without scratching the blade? Oh, and if you can see, I actually did sand the blade just slightly, just to give it a more uniform look. Okay, the back will most likely be nice and shiny because I'm gonna have to grind all of this off still at some stage. Well, now, in a while, as soon as it's hard. Okay, there we go. I was able to snip them off. I did almost break a finger, but it's fine. So now I need to make this thing look like a knife. Okay, I left the pins a few millimeters, maybe too proud, so I'm just pinning them over. They will be ground off, but I just want them to increase in size so we don't just have epoxy. Okay, so now between this side and this side we are going to get this thing in a nice shape. Okay, I was struggling too much with my little grinder, so I took the angle grinder just to get the basic shape. You can see the metal most places. What are you doing? Anyway, and then, yeah, you can see the metal most places, and now I'm just gonna finish it up on the normal grinder. Okay, I did reprofile the, what do you call that, finger choil, because I wanted the bigger one, and now we're just finishing with the handle. Okay, I'm done with the handle and my new finger choil. It looks awesome. It will look better with oil on it. It feels great in hand, and I love the new big finger choil. Do you see that lanyard? Oh, do you see that lanyard initially? It does not anymore. Yes, on fixed blades, unless it's a big thing that I want to put a lanyard on, unless, whatever. I didn't want a lanyard on this thing. Okay, I'm gonna unwrap it, buff the blade, sharpen the blade, and then we'll bring it back to the table. Okay, when you normally grind a knife, you grind it with the blade up. When you sharpen a knife, you do it blade down. But for this one, to start profiling it, I'm gonna go blade up and then blade down. I'm not gonna show you, I only have one hand. Okay, and I'm back. This is what it looks like now. Okay, it's sharpened, it looks nice, beautiful. I buffed the flat, not the flats, the hollow ground blade. We see that it is sharp now. And then we have this handle of, I'm going to say tough micarta. I cannot remember what you call it. But anyway, I reprofiled the whole choil area because I like a choil like this, where I can fit my whole finger in there. And then, of course, you have the best sharpening choil in the whole world. That's the way you do a sharpening choil, not put a little nick in there that's going to get caught and everything. Anyway, I left out the, what do you call that thing, the lanyard hole. All of these pins have been peened as well as epoxied in there. So there we go. That looks fantastic. Now, for the special of the day, let's rub this whole thing with mineral oil and see what it looks like afterwards. Oh yes, let's do this on camera. The big reveal. Okay, do you see how nice those sections there in front look? Remember what I said, if you don't do them in the beginning, you're never going to be able to do them, and you're going to scratch up your whole finish, because remember, I only sanded mine lightly because I wanted that darker finish over there. Okay, so we're rubbing this whole thing, and ta-da! Isn't that marvelous? Now, I'm sitting here, the mosquitoes are biting me like crazy. It did not start raining yet. I'm oily. And I am going to go inside now. We're not going to braai today. We did go to some or other Portuguese place today. I will show you my trinchada at the end. Okay, before I say goodbye, just check this. This is now what it looks like after I rubbed off all the oil. This is marvelous. Okay, so we have a wonderful, classy, this is supposed to be a classy hunter, but I'm going to make this thing into a EDC carry in my pocket knife. The handle is good, and it's nice, and it's thick enough so you can use it the whole day without crying because it's too thin, and it's not too thick, so it's not going to bother you. There was something I wanted to say, so you had to subscribe. Oh, if you want to see me do the pocket, well, the leather sheath that will fit inside your pocket with this clip, you don't know when I'm going to put out the video, so please subscribe. Okay, we're at Villa Portuguesa for an early lunch. Yeah, it's like 12 o'clock maybe. A traditional trinchado in its thing, and then I have mash and bacon for a side. One's got pizza and one's got a steak. I love it when you can eat your bowl. Okay, limoncello, cotton candy, and something. Okay, if you made it till the end of this video, you are fantastic. Give me a thumbs up. Tell everybody to subscribe. I have 12% women now watching this channel. So ladies, thank you very much. All of you, stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye.